Welcome to the Activated Storytellers 80th podcast, June 19th, 2008.
This week's story is The Rough-Skinned Girl, a story from the tribes near Lake Ontario.
Hi, I'm Dennis.
And I'm Kimberly.
And I'm Zephyr.
And together we are the Activated Storytellers.
You beat me to the punch. The Activated Storytellers, +1 this week.
That's right. We have Mary along with us, and we are podcasting this week from Conway, Arkansas. This week we do have Mary along with us, and she is from the San Francisco Bay Area. Everybody say hi to Mary.
Hi, Mary. Hi,
Mary. And Mary's going to say hi to everybody out there.
Hi.
And Mary, would you tell us a little bit about Mary?
Let's see. I grew up in the Bay Area. My parents were friends with Kimberly and Dennis. And let's see, the last time I saw them before I started traveling around with them was about 6 or 7 years ago. So we've been on and off contact. And no, I'm not telling the story that you want me to.
That's okay. We'll just write about it and everybody can read it on the website.
Yeah, we have fond memories of Zephyr's first birthday party, which Mary attended, and she tried to snatch the cake off his plate.
They have fond memories. I don't really remember it because, I couldn't really even speak yet.
Do you remember that, Mary?
No, I don't. And I don't remember the other event that happened then.
I guess we'll just take their word for it.
Yes, we've known Mary since before she was born, actually. We've known her family, and I've been able to see her throughout the years. She's been coming to our shows on and off whenever we do get to the San Francisco Bay Area. Now we are in Arkansas. We have been traveling with Mary for the past week. We picked her up in Reno, Nevada on the 5th. And what a week it's been since, well, it started a little bit before we picked up Mary. Troubles we've been having traveling have been pretty nightmarish.
Yeah, I don't think we should spend a lot of time going over it now because you can read about it on our website. But let's just say that the vehicle did not cooperate at all.
Long story short, we ended up getting stuck in California for a few days, and Mary's actually pretty lucky that we were even in Reno in time to pick her up. It was we had a whole other vehicle incident, which, like you said, is up on the website.
Right. So if you want to read the whole story, activated-storytellers.com, look for the travel section. And we are very happy to be here. It was also our Tech Week. We opened a new show here we opened a new show in Hot Springs, Arkansas, and opened 2 new stories. Dennis and I are performing Nancy Goes Fishing and Paul Bunyan and the Beeskitos.
So I'm curious, how does it feel to perform without me?
It is so great.
It's wonderful. Yes, absolutely.
My mind really hasn't been on that much because the new show and everything, your mind's entirely on, what's next. So, no, I don't really, it's like going back to the old days when Dennis and I used to perform together long before you came along.
Yes, it was really surprising to me how quickly we got back into the mode of performing as a 2-person show like we used to do 15 years ago.
We're going to be asking Mary in just a minute here about her travels with us and how her experience has been going. Before we do that, I do want to point out that we are postponing the comment contest. We were supposed to announce the winner today, but we have so much to talk about, and we've got such a great story that we're going to be postponing that. So you do have one more chance to call in next week or two and give us some comments, and you can be entered into the contest. We'll be doing a drawing to pick a winner, and the winner gets to be named a character in one of our stories. That's the grand prize. So if you want to participate, just give us some comments at 206-202-3976, or you can type it up on the website and do a text comment on the website.
Okay, Mary, now it's time to put you on the spot. What's it like to tour with us?
There's a lot of driving. No, I didn't really come into this going, it's just going to be like a home that just moves, and that's all it is. No, I knew there was going to be a lot of adjustments, but I think I've made them pretty well, and they seem to agree with me, since my average on a scale of 1 to 10 of how I've adjusted from 2 people is a 15, so I'm going to take this as a good sign.
Yeah, you have adjusted very well, and this has been a very crazy, stressful week, driving 500 miles a day from Reno to get out here to open the show on time.
Yeah, this has not been a typical week, if there's any such thing as a typical week, but it's been less typical than the other atypical weeks in that we did have to drive almost all the way across country. We had to drive 2,000 miles in 4 to 5 days, and we don't usually drive that much.
and putting a show together on top of it. We were painting things, we were sewing things, we were stopping trying to grab some last-minute props, and rehearsing without being able to. It was a crazy, crazy week.
And I think another big adjustment for Mary has been the fact that she's from the Bay Area, which is notorious for not exactly having hot weather a lot of time. And here we are in the middle of Arkansas in summer where the heat is so thick that upon stepping outside of an air-conditioned building, you usually hit your head on the humidity. So how's the temperature adjusting for you?
It feels like I do every single summer when I've gone out to South Carolina to visit my relatives. So it actually hasn't been as difficult, but, sleeping in the outside, that's been different because usually I've been in an air-conditioned house.
But she has adjusted really well. She was even able to take a shower in a moving vehicle.
So memorable experiences this past week touring with us.
I think the most memorable would probably be around the second or third day when we were at a gas station. We're all sitting inside, and all of a sudden Dennis pokes his head and goes, "Everybody out!" So we all run out into the gas station with our socks and no shoes on, and we look down to see a giant puddle of gas, but thankfully there were no actual really bad problems. But that was kind of memorable, I would think.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
So you'd say the most memorable thing is the part where you thought you almost got blown up. That was it.
I think that really counts as a memorable experience, in my humble opinion.
I think the most memorable thing about having Mary along is a couple of nights ago, we went to this really great coffee shop in Hot Springs, and they have an open mic poetry night. And in fact, this open mic poetry night has been going on every Wednesday since 1989, which makes it the longest running continuous open mic poetry night in the whole world. Mary decided kind of at the last minute to get up and read one of her poems, and that was really good, but the real highlight is that she followed that up with a performance of the song Irene Goodnight in Japanese.
Yes, that was astounding. I love the poem, too. It was a lot of fun to sit there and watch Mary go up and take the stage, and she did very well. I think we'll try to get that video up on YouTube, but I'm having technical problems with our camera right now.
Technical problems here, meaning we had to get a new one. Also, I think it was really interesting we haven't really talked that much about Hot Springs itself, but it's probably our favorite place in Arkansas.
I think we have mentioned it in a previous podcast.
And we have written about it on our website quite a bit, I know.
All right, well, we do have a story for you this week, and this story was personally selected by Mary. It is one of her favorite folk tales, and it is called The Rough-Skinned Girl, a story from the tribes near Lake Ontario.
Long ago, near Lake Ontario, there lived a hunter who was legend among the village. However, part of the reason he was so well known is because no one could see him.
Hey, did you see that?
I am not sure. What did I not see?
Well, I don't know. It just whizzed by me, and then all of a sudden that bird over there fell dead.
Mighty strange around here.
Must be the invisible hunter.
Yes, the invisible hunter was well known, and also well known was the fact that any girl who could see him would marry him.
Hey, did you hear? Any girl who can see the invisible hunter can marry him.
I know! I wish I could see him.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the village, there lived an old man.
Yeah, actually, there are a lot of old men over here on this side of the village, but there's me in particular. I am the singular old man to which people often refer when they say the old man, because the is my first name.
Thanks for the lesson in grammar, Gramps.
That's my nickname, Grammar Gramps.
In any case, this old man had 3 daughters.
I'm the oldest.
And I'm, like, the second oldest?
And I'm the youngest. They always pick on me.
Yeah, 'cause you're funny looking.
Maybe it wouldn't look so funny if you didn't always hit me.
Yeah, well, go get my shoes.
Ow!
Like, I don't have time for this. I have text messages to send.
Yeah, I tell you, with 3 daughters like this, it's no wonder my wife died.
Hey, you hear about the invisible hunter?
Oh my gosh, I know, he's like so dreamy.
I know. Hey, I know. I'm going to go marry him.
No way, me too.
Really? Oh, let's go. Okay, I can put on my finest clothes.
I've heard about this invisible hunter. They say you'll never find a better hunter. In fact, you'll never find him.
But I'm going to go see him because if I see him, I can marry him.
Like, no way. Wait for me. I'm totally putting on my shoes.
Yeah, well, I'm putting on my rawhide dress.
Wow, that sounds like totally uncomfortable.
Hey, do you want to come?
I have nothing to wear.
Good, you can't come. Bye.
Ha ha.
Come on, let's go.
So the two elder sisters went across town. When they arrived at the hut of the invisible hunter, they found his sister waiting there to greet them.
Good day, ladies.
Like, hi, is like Mr. Invisible Hunter Man in?
Yeah, 'cause I want to marry him. Before you can marry him, you must prove that you can see him.
Oh, I see him. I see him.
Oh my gosh, no way, like, me too.
Look, he's right over there. Isn't he a dream?
That's a wall.
No, it's not. It's him. I know it is.
Like, no way.
He's not over there. He's over there. See? Ladies, can one of you tell me what his sled harness is made of?
Well, his sled harness is, like, probably made out of, like, this black satin, right? And it's got, like, this pink lace on the side, right? And then, like, a red streak, like, right down the middle, because that would be so totally cool, right?
No, that is wrong. Next contestant, please. Tell me, what is his bowstring made of?
His bowstring? Well, it's right there, and it's made out of a vine from a tree.
No. Now go home.
So, both of the sisters made their way home, and they were both really sad. Like, oh my gosh, whatever, who needs him anyway?
Yeah, I didn't want to marry him anyway.
There's totally plenty of cute guys on our side of the town.
Uh-huh. Like who?
Well, when the older two sisters got back, the youngest sister heard about how they had tried and failed, and she decided to try her hand as well.
Don't you have any, leftover clothes that I might be able to wear since you didn't get to marry the invisible man?
For you? No.
Like, here, you can have, like, the broken part of this fake nail, right?
Father, don't you have, any moccasins I might be able to wear? They stole mine about 5 years ago.
Well, I suppose so. I don't know what you want to do with them, but you can have them.
Don't you have some of those shells left over? I want to look nice,
Well, I can't keep up with all these fashions, I tell you, but here you go.
Oh, goody, the broken ones.
So, the youngest daughter did the best she could with what meager components she had been given, and she strung together a necklace from the broken shells, and took the old moccasins and put them in the water to shrink them to fit. Then she wrapped herself in an old rawhide dress and began making her way across town.
Look at her. She's going out to see the invisible man. You see that?
Go home. You'll never make it.
Boo!
You're the one who should be invisible.
Soon, the young girl found herself at the hunter's home, and his sister answered the door.
Good day, lady.
Hello, is your brother in? I would like to see the invisible man because I would really like to marry him.
You're number 144 today. Oh, very well, very well. Now then, here, do you see him?
Oh, yes, I do, actually. He's very handsome.
I haven't heard that one before. Very well, very well. What is his sled harness made of?
Why, the rainbow, of course.
Wow. Yes, that's right. What is his bowstring made of?
The Milky Way. What did you think I would say?
You have seen him. Oh, come with me, come with me. You are the one.
So the young girl bathed, and after she got out, she realized that all of the dirt and grime from years and years of hard work had melted away.
Oh, you are so beautiful. Your eyes are like stars.
I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty.
Here now, dress in this cloak. It is your wedding garment.
So the hunter's sister escorted the young girl to the wigwam and told her to take the wife's seat. Soon the invisible hunter entered.
So this is my future bride. What a clever young lady you are. I tried to fool you with my invisibility act, but you saw right through me. I will be a faithful and honest husband. What you see is what you get. I just hope that all of our children grow up to look like you.
And that's the story, more or less, of the rough-skinned girl.
Hi, my name is Nobilis, and I am a podcaster. You may have heard of me, but even if you haven't, I'd like to take a minute or so of your time and talk about being a good podcast listener. The vast majority of podcasters don't get paid. Most of them work hard to craft the best audio and video content they know how. Some of them ask you for donations, some of them ask you to buy their stuff, some of them ask you for votes. But there's one thing nearly all of them appreciate, and that's feedback. It can be hard to give a podcaster feedback. Many of you are listening in the car or on the job or working out or doing chores. It can be difficult to remember to send feedback when you won't be near a phone or a computer for an hour or more after listening to the show, and so often one show just blurs into the next. Sometimes you don't feel like you have anything meaningful to say. I can relate to that. Sometimes I feel that way when I'm recording my show. But let me tell you, the podcaster whose work you're listening to right now doesn't care if you're contributing some great observation to the global consciousness. He just wants to hear from you, even if all you say is, I'm a listener and I like what I hear. So try this. Once a month, sit down with your podcatcher, whether it's iTunes or Juice or just a list of links in your browser, and scroll through the list. Pick out a dozen or so that you feel have given you something valuable, whether it's a moment of joy or a sparkle of truth or a cathartic tear, and tell them. Make a comment on the website, send in an email, make an audio comment, whatever works for you. Think of it like paying the monthly podcasting bill. And the best part is, paying this bill won't drain your bank account. The true wonder of podcasting is that the people who produce them are so incredibly accessible. They're just ordinary folks like me and you. Well, except for T. Morris. But that's neither here nor there. My point is that we want to hear what you have to say, even if it's just a few words of encouragement. Thank you for your time.
We do have some shows coming up this summer all throughout Arkansas. We'll be at Paragould on June 24th, and you can check our website, www.activated-storytellers.com, for more information about programs coming up from throughout Arkansas all the way into West Virginia and on up to Massachusetts. Well, that's it for this week, and we will catch you probably about a couple weeks from now. We'll be airing episode 81, and again, if you want your name in it, give us a call, 206-202-3976.
We'd like to thank Mary for joining us this time.
Woohoo! Thank you very much, Mary. It's been a blast touring with you.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
The Activated Storytellers perform at schools and libraries nationwide. On stage, we use American Sign Language, physical comedy, imaginative props, and a giant, oversized book to bring the stories to life. For booking information, check our website at www.activated-storytellers.com, where you can also find out when the Activated Storytellers will be performing near you, read a story, or order one of our audio CDs. Until next time.